Hello everyone. Can you all hear me? Welcome to the stream. Today we are doing a live stream about Elementor V4. Some new features came out, actually some really cool ones. Ones that I have been waiting for quite some time. Elementor V4 is still in development. And every few weeks we get a few new features. So I'm trying to do a live stream every time they bring out a new feature. But there's so much going on in our industry that it's hard to keep up, because there's actually some big news that happened yesterday. But welcome everybody to the stream. I see already some people in the chats. We have, as always, Dennis. Welcome to the stream, and Born, nice that you're back, and now Nautilus. Where are you guys watching from? Let me know. Hands been waving Logan. My emoji still don't work, but that's fine. I see you guys are already chatting. Very nice. Lex is also here. Sounding and looking good, Reno. Thank you. That is nice to hear. Can you please turn off the background music? Okay. What about this? Is that better, or are people yeah, what do you guys like? Do you like to have the music in the background? Do you have your own music on? How do you guys do it? But, okay, we're having Dennis watching from Croatia. Welcome, Dennis. Lex from Brainport. And Dennis, of course, from the Netherlands. Bashir from Somalia. Medolic Techno, yeah. I like to have some music on when we're starting to work, so maybe I can put it on really soft. How about this? That's really soft. Wait, I'll just put it a little bit harder in my own earpods. How about this? Very soft. This is the lowest I can go. We have Alain watching from St. Peter's Lille, Belgium. Welcome, Alain. More progressive house. Yeah, I like a little bit of music. Some people, it's hard. I don't know what to do, because some people really like the music, some people don't. But okay, I have it really low right now, the volume for the music, so that should be fine. Let's get started. How is the situation in Bali now? It's good, actually. Yesterday there was a huge storm again, but I haven't heard I haven't actually watched the news today. But it's quite windy here and rainy, but more rainy than windy. It's not like the crazy winds we have in the Netherlands. Oh my god. I have my coconut water ready. I hope you guys have some nice drinks too, because we're gonna dive into Elementor. Yeah. It has been a crazy week. There's so much that has happened, and I need to update you guys on a few things before we get started. As always, these live streams are not a tutorial. It's just me exploring together with you, the people that are watching live, We're just exploring together. Do not expect a polished live stream because I literally have never worked with these new features. Yeah, so sometimes it can go right, sometimes it goes wrong. That's also the fun of it. It's not a polished thing like the YouTube video. But yeah, this is what we're gonna talk about. Elementor 3.32, which released some V4 features. And it's quite cool. It is actually really cool. And maybe this is one of the better updates, I would say, that they have launched. I mean, it's not really about better. It's more about fun. I would say fun. I've seen the video of 32 with the feature. Oh, which video, Dennis? Where? Is it on their YouTube channel? Yeah, good. That's what matters. Okay. I have to start building with Elementor Pro and Hello theme. Never done it with Hello theme. What? What are you building them with, Dennis? But that's interesting that they have a 3.32 video. Do they? Wait, let me check. Elementor. Oh, they do. I didn't even know. They just uploaded a video. That's cool. Okay, we can definitely zip through these things. This is Roy from Elementor, as you can see. And I'm actually planning to interview Roy soon about Elementor V4. I'm trying to set up an interview with them. So that's going to be exciting. It looks like a different tool. Yeah, Elementor is changing quite a bit. The workflow is going to change, but trust me, it's going to be so much better. But before we get started, I do want to say a few things. Because I don't know if you can hear it, but I have a new audio filter, so the microphone should sound better. So let me turn off the filter so you know what it normally sounds like. Look, this is what it normally sounds like on the live stream. And now I'm going to turn the filter back on. Do you hear the difference? I hope you do. Let me turn the filter back off. Now it's off, and now I'm going to turn the filter back on, and now it's on again. Is that better? Let me know in the comments. I hope it is. So that's the first update. I figured out how to do filters because the microphone... I don't want to have a microphone right in front of my face when I'm live streaming. I want to have my hands free. So I'm having a microphone that's a little bit more towards here. And so I need to kind of compensate for the sound. Yes, I do. Yes, great. Okay, nice. So the audio is definitely better. I will keep the filters on. Dennis has bought himself some new screens. That's very nice. New monitor is always good. And now let's go on to the second update. What filter? Yeah, just some filters built in Mac actually that are coming from my live stream software. The second news is that I released my first automation video. If you haven't seen it, this video, I'm actually pretty proud of it. I just uploaded it, and it basically connects Google Forms, or Elementor Forms, or any WordPress form, to Trello, Google Sheets, and Slack. And you can choose however you set it up. But this is for me is a quite important video because it opens the door to a whole new topic on my channel. I mean, you guys know that so far I've been mainly Elementor and Figma, and now I'm trying to get into AI as well, but automation is actually one of these topics that is going to change our landscape a lot. So, yeah, I truly believe that automation is the next thing that we can start selling to our clients. Because web development is going to become easier. Okay. I'm in a dilemma in my mind in the last few weeks. In some ways, web development is becoming easier because of AI. We can yeah, we can do more quicker, but at the same time, because of AI, a funny side effect is that we can do more and we can go more in depth. We can chat with ChatGPT and therefore understand more and therefore become better. And so I feel like many people that started with Elementor 5 years ago, they have now become more pro. I feel like many of my subscribers have grown with me, becoming more pro first, you know, doing all kinds of basic stuff and then slowly getting into dynamic content. And now we're even going to get like a classes system. Some people have already moved on to other builders that have these more professional workflows. Yeah, I feel like people are growing. The web designer is evolving. So I don't know if web development is becoming easier because the page builders like Elementor, they're also evolving. Yeah, that was just a little side note. I wanted to say I just made my first automation video. I'm planning to do more. And it's awesome. You can, if people fill out the form, they can automatically get a new row inside of Google Sheets, and a notification will be sent. You can use Trello boards, whatever you want. So I do recommend you to watch that video. I don't think it's going to be a really popular one because I don't know if people see the value in it yet. Automation is one of these new tools, but I am really, really excited about that. The way of working is getting better. Back to basic, less man. Yeah, exactly. That's what I feel like. It's the no-code developers are becoming better developers. Back in the day, like 5 years ago, no-code developers were really wait 1 second. There's literally a fly in my drink. Get out. Sorry. The no-code developers are becoming better now than what we used to be, and so we're understanding more concepts of the web. That's how I feel like. But I know some of you have always been coders, but I've always been a no-code developer. Okay. I just wanted to share that news. Then I also started doing, where was it? I started doing some shorts. I want to get more into short form content because, not because short form content is hot, but because I have realized that I have also changed the way I consume. I don't always have time to watch the full YouTube videos. And I know with tutorials it's kind of hard to put it in a short form content, in a short form format. But I think I found a way to do it. So I'm gonna make more shorts, so you will probably see that popping up more. So that's a little news. Then I'm still planning to dig more into Gutenberg. I've learned a few things in the last few weeks. This live stream was very hard. Like I struggled a lot. But I'm starting to understand it better now. That whole situation that we had in the last live stream with the white and the small, the box container. I understand it now and I see the value of it. And I've actually also figured it out now in Elementor V4. So that is a little news. And in the same conversation of WordPress, I have fallen in love with a new tool, which is WordPress Studio. I don't know if you have seen this already, but WordPress apparently launched a competitor to local WP. Wait, now that I say this, I'm like, is this another way to compete with WP Engine? Because I think that local WP is a WP Engine company. Yeah. Wait, I'll show you. Here, local WP, I think that was for me the most... my favorite local development tool, and I see it's also part of WP Engine, which WordPress is in a fight with. And they also, by the way, I don't know if you've seen it, but they also brought secure custom fields back. Have you seen that? It's crazy. Here, look. I don't know what to think about this, but if you go to the plugin directory, here, Secure Custom Fields is back, but ACF is also still here. This new one has 40,000 installs. I tried it, and let me just install it and show you. It actually has the pro features of ACF, which is insane. So I guess this fight's still going on, and now that I'm sharing this with you about Studio, the WP Studio, which is basically a local WP product, I'm like, wait, is this another one of these things from Matt to basically you know, mess with WP Engine? I don't know, but I just wanted to show you that Secure Custom Fields is back. Yeah, so let's try houses, house. Yeah, this is all fine. Can we? This is new, by the way. ACF has a search field now. Home? Yeah. Okay, let's try. So what I wanted to show, this is a little sidetrack, but here, if you, I think you should know this. So house fields. Here, now we have fields like the gallery field, which were paid features, are paid features in ACF Pro. And for example, the repeater as well. So yeah, that's spicy news. Secure Custom Fields looks the same. Yeah, because it's a fork. It's literally the same. Yeah, one downside though to Secure Custom Fields is that it's not integrated with many of the popular tools. Maybe we can test it in this live stream if I don't forget to get back to it. Yeah, it's not integrated yet with many of things. I tried it to connect it with Gutenberg. It was not easy. Yeah. Let's see what you guys are saying in the comments. Are becoming aware that you have to do something for better building a website. What, Dennis? What? Oh, wait, you sent more stuff. The way of working is getting better. Back to the basics, less menus. I still don't understand what you mean. I'm curious if it makes sense to vibe code Gutenberg block nowadays. I love Edge as the mix between no-code and code-heavy web building. I am curious, you know, what's gonna happen. But for sure, it's also something I wanted to share. I think WordPress is doing some great stuff lately, honestly. So yeah, so they made this WP Studio, which is super easy to set up a sandbox of WordPress. It's super easy. It is incredible. It's so much easier than the local WP one, which was already easy, but here it's literally let's just do a Gutenberg website here. I'm just calling this website So Easy. Just clicking on add site here, you click on So Easy. You click one button. It takes a few seconds. And it's done. Like there was no setup, nothing. And you can start with a blueprint if you want. I think. Here, import a backup. So you can start with a blueprint. But from here you can go straight to, for example, pages. So look, so now I'm in this new... Oh, let's go to the browser. In this new setup, and I just went straight to the pages. I mean, they're throwing me in the new full site editing. So you can also just go to the normal WordPress, of course. But this is quite cool. It's very easy to work with. But yeah. Okay, let's answer some questions before we move on. Can I use it like ACF? Yeah, with Elementor Custom Fit. Yeah, like I don't know, honestly. Like we should test it. When will you try out more Gutenberg blocks plugin again? It seems Cadence is also a good fit. I am absolutely planning to try Gutenberg again. I am not a fan of Cadence though, because Cadence is not a block theme. Or do you mean the Cadence plugin for blocks? Let's add some fields here. Price. And then let's connect it to our house. Save. So now we should have some custom fields for our house. Villa. Yeah, see? That all works. What is the theme that they install? Oh, hello Elementor. Oh, because I'm on the Elementor website. I was just, okay. Is there a way to add background color with ACF Elementor? Background color? What do you mean? A color custom field? Do you mean that? I have a live stream with the maker of Clutch. Okay. I don't know Clutch. How do you get into that studio? That's a good question. Let me just show you. WordPress Studio. Here. Look, they just have a website. Just search for, oh, it's developers.wordpress.com/studio. And you could just download it for Windows and for Mac. They even have Intel support. Wow. That's one thing that WordPress always does well. They support all kinds of systems and scenarios. Pretty cool website for WordPress, actually. It looks modern. Normally it's so boring. But yeah, I feel like WordPress is doing some cool stuff. And the other one, I don't know if you've seen it, but this shit is even cooler. Here, you were talking, some of you were talking about AI, creating blocks with AI. So, where is it? Here. Yeah, but give me the link. Here, Telex. Look at this website. Come on, come on. This is way too cool for WordPress. It's like they tried to become young and cool and they just went all over. Like there's no balance. And they actually want to be cooler as a company. The founder Matt has shared some stuff, but look at this website. But with this tool, apparently you can make a block, a custom block. I need a reservation block for my restaurant website. Let's try. Wait, reservation. I am so, oh no, okay, no, we're not gonna do this. I don't want to log in now. I am so distracted, I want to say. But yeah, that's how you get into the studio. But Telex is doing cool stuff. I want to show some things because here Jamie is actually sharing quite a lot of cool stuff, in my opinion. Here he's showing that Telex just built a WooCommerce block in a single shot. So one prompt, and you get, yeah, it's pretty basic what he's showing here. But oh, it's actually a grid. Oh, that's really cool. Okay, so he has built a grid for WooCommerce. This is with Cursor, I guess. But he was sharing some really cool shit. What is that? Where was it? Okay, this one is with Cursor. This is a cool effect. I want to try that as well. It's like a video being triggered by a scroll. But cover block add-on. Oh, that's the same. Yeah, this one. I cannot find exactly. Oh, here you can see it. This is what Telex is about. Wait, here, look. You basically have a chat on the right, like Cursor or Bolt, and then you can just tell it what kind of widget you want, block, and then it just creates a block. How cool is that? Cadence does have a plugin which is great with a regular. Oh, okay, I didn't know that. Or did I? Maybe I have tested it before. But that's cool. Secure custom fields works perfectly with Elementor. Oh, really? Oh, that's cool, Blakey boy. Thank you for sharing. I didn't know that. Yes, a color custom field. That's a good one. I don't know. Does V4 force lazy load by default as well with the image widget? That's also a good question, John. That's a good question. Okay, let's get started. Or am I? Yeah, I'm so distracted. I know. I'm so distracted. Dude have ADST. What is that? Do you mean ADHD? Go do your Elementor stuff. Yeah, okay. Hey Reno, Simon here from the Netherlands. Do you have a take on... Do you have take a look at Cursor? Yes, absolutely. I love Cursor. We have done multiple live streams already on my channel where we talk about Cursor, where we use Cursor. But I wanted to give you guys one more news. Yeah, I'm actually having a plan with this stream, okay? I know I'm chaotic sometimes. Sometimes I jump to a different subject, but there's one more thing that I wanted to share before we can get started, and this is something I am really excited about. Like, really, really, really. Which is that Bolt 2.0 is finally here. This is incredible. So... if you are a long-term viewer of the stream, if you regularly check into the stream, then you know that I have struggled so much as a non-coder with the whole database connection when vibe coding. I've tried to make multiple web apps, and some of those projects actually succeeded, but it was still quite a challenge to set up the database. And so when Bolt announced that they were going to integrate the database fully into their system, I was so excited because they are literally setting up the whole Supabase for you without doing it, without actually touching Supabase. So this actually makes it as easy as WordPress because your hosting manages the database for you. So all you have to do is just ask features. I mean, that's the promise, of course. We still have to test it out. But there's no authentication set up. Oh, I had some struggles with that. There's no RLS. I had some struggles with that. Analytics, that's nice. But what else did I have struggles with? Security, of course. So now, Claude Code, here, look at this. Claude Code and soon GPT Codex is going to be directly integrated in Bolt. So it's not just Claude 4 anymore, or ChatGPT 5, it's an actual coding agent. Here, authentication. Oh my god, this was so hard to get these emails right. But now they just run it for you in the background. Here, it creates tables, handles data, in the same way basically as ACF does that, or WordPress itself. Here, it tracks performance, storage, security is built in. So if this is as good as it's advertised, that opens the door for creating vibe coded apps. And I know there's a lot of hate towards vibe coded apps, but this is seriously the first time where I'm like, ooh, this can really solve a lot of issues for a lot of people. And then, kid you not, Lovable announced the exact same thing on the same day. It's incredible. It's called Lovable Cloud. So I cannot wait to test this out. Oh my goodness. Here, they literally made a video of a kid vibe coding an app. And of course, this is an advertisement, I understand. But it's so cool. Look. Oh wait, the kid just makes an app that helps him with learning math. That's actually a cool idea to make apps for your kids so they can learn. That's really cool. Need to try this love. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so this is huge news. It came out yesterday, or actually the day before. But I already was planning this live stream about Elementor. So definitely that's what we're gonna do. But this was the intro. I just wanted to update you guys a little bit before we can get started. I think that that's a nice way to start the live stream. Update you guys a little bit on what's happening as a little bit of a news segment before we get into nerd mode and really try to break the internet. Can you guys still hear the music, by the way? I put it really soft now. Okay. So, now, we're gonna go. We're gonna go. No more delays, Reno. No more delays. Come on. Yeah, we're gonna try to set up something like this again. Not this one. Oh yeah, Elementor's video we can watch. And let's just first scroll through the update so we know what Elementor actually released. Okay? Because there's 3 big updates here. Can you guys read it? Or should I zoom in even more? How about this? How about this? That's better, right? 4 main features. Okay. Activate, yes. Okay, so the first one is depth and precision using transform. So in Elementor V3, we already had transform. But now it should be better, I guess. I don't know. We'll have to see. So that's one. It says that there is the basic move, skill, rotate, and skew. You can stack effects on top of each other, which is nice. In the current Elementor V3, it was not really stacking, but you could turn on multiple ones. 3D support, that sounds cooler than it is, but it's just to, for example, put a text like this, which is actually really nice. I did that recently, by the way, on my course page. Yeah, I'm actually really proud of that. Let me just share something that I made. If you go to the Living with Pixels website, which desperately needs an update, but if you go to the web design course, here, look what I made. Why are my images not loading? Okay, that's a mistake. But this is already cool. But why are my images not loading? Okay, what I wanted to show is here. Have you guys ever checked out this page? I put so much effort into this. Yeah, I've never actually announced it that it's live. Look how cool. Here, look. This is 3D. It's GSAP in combination with Elementor 3D. So this is like a rotation and that 3D effect so that the text, wait, it goes like this. So one side goes to the front and then one side goes to the back, and then you have to scale it up, make sure that it doesn't overflow, add some GSAP code to it, and then you get something like this. I thought that this was really cool. Yeah, I'm actually really proud of this page. I don't know why the images don't load though. There are some cool images here, but yeah, that's what you can do with the 3D. Repeater UI, each transform manages its own block, making it easy to reorganize. Yeah, okay. All right. It also includes base, transform, and children perspective. I have no idea what that is. You can use it with states, so that's interesting. So on hover, you can add a skill. We could already do this, but it should be better now. And then also a move. So for example, with a button, you can make it go up and then a little bit to the side and then scale. Yeah, where can we use that? We can try some basic stuff. But this is the one I'm most excited about. This is stacking of interactions with transitions. And it sounds very technical, but you can, well, according to this little visual, you can do a crazy button animation. And this was never possible with Elementor. And so I looked up some effects from what is it? React, I think. And maybe we can do stuff like this. This is a bit too crazy. This is also a bit too crazy, but no, that's also too crazy. But maybe something like this. That's very cool. Okay, this is basic. Oh, click me and wait. Ah. Oh. No, that's probably not possible. But maybe, I don't know, something like this. It gives the example here that you can stack here border color, background color, box shadow. Maybe that circle is a shadow. We're gonna try this in this live stream, okay? What's that? Yeah, we're just looking through the Elementor announcement of what is here. Micro animations. Here, look at that. Properties and repeaters. You can choose which CSS property transition. Wait, background color, body weight, yeah. Each transition is managed in a repeater block, so you can seamlessly stack multiple transitions, reorder and remove them. Free users can only apply one transition. Apply a transition to the background color. Okay, so this is what I want to try. There's a button. You put a transition on it. So the background color, scale and border animate smoothly instead of snapping. Oh, that's probably it. That's probably it. With CSS, it is possible. Yeah, I mean, of course, Dennis, with CSS, everything is possible. But the whole point is of Elementor is, of course, that we want to do things no code. So that's always the goal. No code. I don't want to become a coder, even though it should be better. I know it would be better if I would learn code, but I don't want to learn code. I don't want to focus on that in my life. It gives me headaches. So now we can do more stuff with Elementor, which is very cool. Okay, so this is definitely something I want to try. When combined with classes, transform and transitions become reusable across your site. Yeah, so you could, for example, this is really cool, add a animation to all of your buttons. I already have this on my actual website. Here, for example, this. I have this on every single button on my website, but here I had to use custom CSS. So guys, I know, I know. Here, look. I didn't add the animation to every single button, of course. I did that on a global level. So no, I don't want a vibe code. I want no code. Okay, no code is a vibe. Yeah, so we can also test that. Let me quickly make a note. Transitions. So a button with basic animation. I'm just making a few notes in my Notion. And then variables with numbers. Finally, this is huge. This is really huge. Because this means that we can reuse numbers inside of classes. So top and bottom padding will then be a class, which is very nice. So then you can create a system where you do like, you have small, medium, large, and that just makes your life a lot easier. And then you can change it afterwards if you want. Very powerful stuff. What do you dislike about coding, for instance, using CSS? I'm trying to understand why designers dislike code. Okay, Lex, listen, that's a good question. I have, I think I have a simple answer. And that's because I think humans are just, not all humans are the same. And sometimes I feel like many developers, they somehow think that it's easy for everyone to learn code, but you have to understand that everybody's brain is different. And some people have their left side of the brain is more developed. Some people's right side of the brain is more developed. There's also a huge difference in females and males. Males have stronger rational capabilities. Females have better emotional capabilities. This is just how we're born. And I mean, some females are really good coders, but most of them are not. And you know, not everybody agrees with this, especially some people. But it is the way that humans are made. And then within men are more technical because our brain is works more in boxes basically. And then within men, some men are more creative, some men are more visual. And so you cannot have everything in one person, okay? And I am more of a visual person, more of a creative person. That's why you see my mind goes everywhere. I'm not so structured. I really need to put in a lot of effort to stay structured. And so for a male, I am actually my brain is more creative. Yeah, not everything is male and female. I'm just use that as an example. So, and it's also not black and white. It's not that developers can never learn design and the designers can never learn how to code. But you have to make a choice in your life, bro. You have to make a choice. What are you gonna do with your life? You cannot be everything to everyone. When I was younger, I used to believe that. Just like, if you push hard enough, you can achieve anything. And yes, you can achieve anything, but not everything. So that's my answer. I thought it was a very interesting question. And I think Born agrees with me. Pritam from India is here. Welcome to the stream. I'm a designer and I like to develop, but when it comes to writing PHP and JavaScript, I can't understand. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I can't understand anything about PHP. I wish we had a better way of integrating GSAP and Elementor with third party. Yes. Yes, there is a company though that does it. Have you seen it? Here, animation, this one. But I don't know if it's good. You can try. There goes the simple answer. I see so. More visual instead of abstract. For example, text align left instead of an icon that shows you align the text. Yeah, I mean, exactly. This is why Elementor became popular. And that's what many developers don't understand. They're like, oh, the code is shit. And therefore, it should not. You know, it's like Elementor is shit. And it's like, yes, but most people are not so technical as developers. And they don't know what text align is. They just see an icon, left and right align. Yeah, that's a good example, Lex. So, yeah. True, we can't get everything, no matter how much. Yes, exactly. Like, it's just pick something in your life and focus on it. Yes, we need to let go. Hey, Nicholas is here from Elementor. It's not about disliking coding, it's about saving time. Some people are more comfortable with coding, therefore are faster with coding, others more efficient with no code. Also, that's Nicholas. That's a great point as well. Yeah, even though I know that many developers still prefer page builders because they say that it's faster. Not everything is fast in a page builder, but some things are faster in a page builder. Some things are faster in coding, but in general, there are page builders who are designed for coders, and there are page builders who are designed for visual people. And that constant battle is incredibly annoying because that battle will never stop. You see it all the time in all Facebook groups. people battling, but people are different. Humans are different. And some tools are more developer focused, some tools are more visual focused, right? Webflow was the first one that made a tool for developers. A page builder for developers. Framer is more for designers. It almost feels like Figma. And then you have Bricks, which is more towards developers, but it's still kind of visual, but it's more technical than Elementor. And then you have the new kid on the block, Edge, which is very much focused on developers. And so for developers, that will probably be great. And Elementor, I feel like, is always been in this sweet spot in between. People say, some people love to say Elementor is an amateur tool, but it's not. You know what's an amateur tool? Squarespace and the basic version of Wix. Those are tools completely dumbed down, but Elementor is somewhere in the middle of advanced and pro, and especially with V4, it's going to become more pro. For sure. And Nicolas agreed. Personally, I find it unfair that many developers mock people who use tools like Elementor, but don't work on their visual design skills themselves, which makes their web... Oh, absolutely. That's a very good point, Natalia. That's a very good point. Like, and this is the main problem in the WordPress world. That's why I always... Yeah, you guys don't see that, but behind the scenes, I fight quite a lot with WordPress companies. A lot of these companies approach me, and then I just have to say honestly to them, like, I'm sorry, but I cannot promote this tool to my audience because it looks too developer minded. This is tool for developers. You guys should spend more time on the design. You have no idea how many brands I reject just for this reason alone. Cursor is a page builder for coders. I don't know if I agree with that. Still not good enough. Yeah. Okay. All right. That was another distraction. But this was an interesting discussion, guys. This is what I like about live streams. And this image is also very interesting because does this image suggest that we're gonna set up our size of the fonts with variables? Why would you do it like that? Okay, let's get started. Where's there more? Instead of typing 12 pixels manually into each of your buttons, you create a button radius. Yeah, okay, we understand that. Margin padding, yes, of course. Font size. So is the font size just being done with... Oh, wait. Oh, that's interesting. So maybe we can do... Oh, okay, let's try this. So font size with variables. And then, oh, the font family also with variables, but a different one. We can create a whole system with this. Oh my god. Elementor is actually becoming pro. This is not easy for beginners. But I think you don't have to use it if you don't want to. With filters and local conversions. Oh, that's a feature that many people wanted. Very good. Class manager. Unused classes. Good. Template export. Also good. Not really interesting to me. Accessibility update. That's also good that they do that. But not super interesting. Wait, what is this? The icon V4 has been updated. The icon? Identify and apply. Custom unit. Wait, does that mean we can actually finally do clamps? Does this mean we can finally do clamps? That would be really cool. Yeah. 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 It's still debates why there's almost no cohesion between these. Yeah, it's interesting. There's many people, many companies who have tried to bridge the gap between design and development. And in some way, Elementor has also tried that. Elementor has always tried to for years, they have tried to walk on the basically have how would I say that? I have a Dutch saying in my mind. But in English, I just want to say like Elementor is always trying to be in two camps, right? The designer camp and the developer camp. But now they're going more towards developers, so it's very interesting. Need some basic knowledge about develop. Yeah, absolutely, Dennis. I mean, that's what I love about this, all of this stuff. Okay, all right, Reno, we're gonna go now. We're gonna try to make something simple. What are we gonna make that we can easily make to test some things? I just need some simple images. I don't think we have a grid yet with Elementor V4. So I don't think we can do a bento yet. And we need something with colors. Maybe black? Something like this will be cool. I like this. Okay, let's pick this design. Let's try to make this. Oh, this is actually perfect because we have these buttons over here. You see that? Yeah. Okay, let's save this image. And then we're gonna try to make this. Save. And now we're gonna go in here and we're gonna make our first page with Elementor. Nicolas said you can use clamp on most fields. We're working to introduce clamp on size variables. To apply clamp, select the fields and type C to bring up the custom. Oh! Hey, thank you, Nicolas. That's cool. C from custom unit. Yeah, okay, not C for clamp. Okay. So what are we gonna do? I just dumped in some widgets here. Because what I actually did is I turned off all of the widgets from the normal Elementor, from Elementor V3, but I couldn't turn off the container and the grid. But we only have the new widgets now, so can you inspect the image to see if lazy load is applied by D? Yeah, I think it's just a setting, John. I'm pretty sure. Here, look. Look here, let me quickly do that. Let me quickly show you. And then here, I think they just put it on now. Performance. Here, see? Lazy load background. Oh, it's only background images. Optimize image loading. Oh, here. Improve by enabling fetch LCP and loading lazy on images below default. Below default. Okay. So I think it's now turned on by default. But I will do an inspect element later. Elementor is the bridge between designer and the future generation of developers. Yes! Nice comment. Nope, it's not a setting. John, I will check it once we have an image, okay? Let me first make some stuff now. But I turn off all the widgets, so we only have the cleanest WordPress possible. Okay. Let's see what we have in here. Heading. Image, paragraph, SVG, button. Okay, let's delete YouTube. Can we already use the delete button? That still doesn't work. Why? Never has that worked for me. Here, it clearly says you can use delete. It does not work for me. It's never worked for me. Divider. Okay, this image. Let's just make a div block and let's just dump an image in there and let's just upload our design that we have saved. Oh, the music stopped. Let's put on some techno now. Where's my image? Come on. Where is my image? Downloads folder. Yeah, this one. Oh. Uh-oh. Only this one. Okay, so we have this design right here. We're gonna try to make it. And then apply some of this stuff. So, where do we start? Let's start by putting... Yeah, first I want to make it in white. because I haven't set up anything about the colors. Otherwise I'm gonna go insane. So let's just make the white version of this one, right? Yeah. Okay, I'm going to... Now I need to focus a little bit, guys. Otherwise, I cannot constantly look at the comments. So give me a few minutes to try to make something that looks a little bit like this. I'm just gonna start over. I cannot focus when I have all of this shit. We're gonna add a div block to the background for sure. And then we're gonna have a flex box in there. We're gonna start with a heading. Yeah, the age doesn't really matter, but we're gonna do it anyway. Like this. It's by default it's horizontal now, not vertical. That's interesting. We have the button. That's the default button. And we have this little divider. Ooh, can we do that? Can we use the divider? No, that's only gonna work in when the container is vertical, probably. Yeah. No, that divider, we're gonna delete that. I don't even see it. Should Elementor not make it a little bit visible? Because by default the flex box is horizontal, so it looks like it's not working, but it's probably just because there's no width. Does Elementor support pseudo classes before and after? Yeah, probably. I mean, they have to. They have to have before and after with dynamic content. There's no way they can get away with not having that. Okay, so what I figured out is that if you add, what are these base classes? What is his name? Is Nicholas still here? Where is the base values? Is that already here? Because I get it's like there's already the 10 pixels, and I know it's not going to be in the site settings, and I don't want to touch the site settings anymore, to be honest. So let's see. That line. What are we going to do with that line, though? I don't know. Let's just put in some text. Okay, let's put the backgrounds. The spacing is going to be left and right. We're gonna, oh, oops, I accidentally linked all of it. So we're gonna put 5% left and right. Let's see. The idea is that from now on you can do this, convert to global class. So now we only set up the padding for the outer box, 5%. Wait, I have some notes. Let me open my notes. Because I'm already building like a classes system. Okay, so... Yeah, okay, so for example, this section, what is the spacing top and bottom? It's not a super big section, right? It's pretty small. I think it's medium. Okay, so what are we doing for medium? For example, for RAM. And now we can turn this into a class, which is going to be, which is going to be called section M. That's a nice feature. Okay, Nicola's still here. I am base Is the basic styles applied to each? Yeah, okay. We are trying to apply the minimum styles to each element for the... Currently, there's no global settings, but we will add... Okay, all right. No global settings yet. That will soon be added. But that's... it's just not here yet, and that's fine. How are we going to do this? I think, actually, that I'm going to use some grow. Is grow already in here? Probably. We can do this. We can put this one on grow. Can we do that? We should be able to do that. Yeah, here, grow. Yeah. And then also in this container, we're going to add some column. So let's do 32 or no. Let's do 64. And this is one of these moments where we can add a variable. So you could say with 64, here, variable, create a number variable. Let me quickly check my Figma. What I normally use, what the names are. Space 4XL. Okay. Can we do space? No, we can't. So we can, for example, do this. Space 4XL, create. And now that's linked. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Can we still change the name here? Yeah. So we can even do this, space 64. And then later, if you want to change it. What? Yeah. Please don't reload. Okay. I think that's actually nice. If you just add the variable in here, but and then at least it's connected. Yeah. Somebody said we can use a divider and then rotate it, but I don't know if that's gonna work. I don't know. So let's see the new transform modes. So here they are. Transition, transform. There you go. Or no, we have to do plus. Rotate. Oh wow, I like these icons. Very simple. Yeah, this is nice. This is the kind of stuff that Elementor does compared to other page builders. These little details, these little icons that help you to see. Well, actually, the Z, is that not the 3D one? Yeah. No, this doesn't work for this divider widget. The divider widget is not easy to work with if it's a flexbox. Okay, let's mess around with the button. We of course want to make some kind of class here. Shouldn't you just justify content with space between? Well, you can use justify content. You can also put one item on grow and then define the space between them. It's all fine. It really depends on the look you want to go for. You don't always have to use the justify. So this button, we're gonna of course make a class out of it, but we can transform it later. So let's just mess around with this button a little bit. For sure, we're gonna add some rounded corners. Where are the corners? Border? Yeah. 50. And now it's gonna become interesting. Yeah, we don't have a system yet. We don't have a system for typography yet, so we should also make that. What can we do here? They say in the example of Elementor, they said that you should here create variables. So for example, you can create a variable just for your button text. So we can do that. And also, yeah, this is also nice. Oh, I love this. We can go very deep. I realize it's not super easy. If you want to build it in a smart way, you really have to have a good system. So let's say for the body and the buttons, we want to use Roboto. And this Roboto one, we're going to add that. Roboto. We're going to use body and... Oh, can we do that? No, we can't. Let's just use body, it's fine. And then the font size, we're also going to add... Yeah, we can literally just do a button. Oh wait, let me first put in a value. Uh-oh. Font size, 16. Cannot see anything with this color. Typography, text color here, of course, as well. So we're gonna make this button... There's no button here to add it. Oh, you have to click here. Okay. So let's say dark 1. Font size, variables, plus... Yeah, how would you do that? One thing I do when I don't have a design system is to simply apply the styles to everything. Then I go back and make them variables. Yeah. Of course. Variables are seen as normally lowercase. Oh, lowercase. Okay. Alright. We learned something. But what did Elementor say with the way here like this? H2. So this is for the sizes of the typography. Should we then also do that over here? Yeah, we can just do the body as a size. Oh, already exists. Huh? Wait, why did it scroll down? Variables, body. Oh, interesting. Okay, so there's already a variable called body, but we use that for the font family. Why does it always scroll up? What am I doing wrong? Okay. So this one should then be... I'm just calling it body font. Otherwise we cannot use body anymore. That's alright. Font size. Uh-oh. Oh my god, I need to learn how to click in V4 plus body. For font weight, there is no, but that's fine. And then of course the background color of this thing should also be a variable. Can we use a drop? No, there's no color picker. So then I have to use my eyes. Can I still do that? Are my eyes still working? I think my eyes are still working. That looks pretty close. Body text. Yeah, that's also a good way to do it, yeah. Let's do that. Body text. Oh, thanks, Dennis. let me just copy that. Copy the text. Oh my god. Wait. The whole Dennis name was in the variable. Okay, so that's the color. Border radius, of course, as well. Hey, why is there no border radius variable? Or should we then... No, there's literally nothing here. Okay. Did they not say that they added that? That's weird. You have a color picker and Mac. Oh, cool. That's nice. Try size body, size H1, size H2, or size base, size SM. Yeah, I like that. I think when the name starts with the when the name starts with what it is. Text body. Oh wait, it's lowercase. Let's keep it easy. Text body. Why can I not save that? Huh? Text body. Yeah. And then here, font body. Don't show me this again. Thank you. Yeah, that's a better system already. Yeah, I'm figuring this out, guys. How to do it. So now we have a nice looking button, but we can do more. Oh. I guess we need to include... Yeah, of course. Of course. Very important. I use that in Figma all the time. So now we can already turn this into a class. So let's convert it into button main, for example. And now we're going to add some crazy stuff to it. So effects. This is what I want to try. Transform. But wait, am I already in another state now? Or should I go into the hover? Oh yeah, that's how it works. Switch to normal state to add a transition. Oh! Hey, wait. Wait. Transform. Let me just first add a little bit of skill. Wait, skill set. Wait, do these arrows make sense? Skill. How is skill looks like a position icon? That doesn't make any sense. The move looks like a position icon. This is also not good icon. You see that? This is not a skill icon. What is it going to skill to the right? Let me try. 10. So now something should happen if I hover. Let me go out of this menu. Whoa, 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 whoa. Relax, dude. Relax. That's crazy. What is 1 default then? Why is it not 0? Oh, wait. Am I out? Oh. Oh, 1 is already not... Who? Okay, 1 is 0. Yeah, I'm not the crazy one here. Come on, 1.1. You have to... Okay, this is a little bit annoying. You see that? You have to click outside of the thing. You have to close it in order to see the transition. I got a bubbly one though. That's nice. And it already has a transition, a smooth one. So I guess that's already built in. One is 100. Yeah, okay, but why does it then not say 100%? That makes a lot more sense because I thought that it would make that it would 1 would be bigger than 0. I don't know. So we just use X 1.54. Yes, probably, yeah. Yeah. Very much like 1.5. Yeah, see? That's, yeah. So 1.1. We make it a little bit bubbly. What about this? Wait, can we also do point? Yeah, we can. Hey, that's nice. So now it's growing in these 2 directions. Let's do something crazy. Maybe that doesn't work on a button. I don't know. Okay, now it grows. I like it to shrink though. I'm more like a shrinker. It's still too much. Very subtle, I like it. Okay, the transitions. But wait, is it now also already smooth? So what if we would add like a border? A 1 pixel border of that same color. Oh shit, I didn't add that green color. Why is it always scrolling up? Here, plus. Huh? No, oh my god. Plus. Why is it not showing here? Why is it not working? Green. No, not green. Primary. There's literally no value here. You see? Also another bug I found. This should not happen. It should definitely... Oh my god, that's also annoying. Okay, two things. If you're still watching, Nicolas, if you click outside of this window, no, outside of the variables window, it scrolls you up. Very annoying. I was down here. I don't want to scroll back constantly. And two, how do I add these colors to the variables now? Oh, wait. Because I'm not in the main state. That's why. So now I can add it. Ah, okay, that makes sense. Create. Primary, okay. So what I wanted with the hover, I wanted the border to have that color. So let's do 3 pixels. And it becomes, of course, bigger, the button. Is that... Yeah, they still don't have that. Can we do -2? No, we can't. Oh, this is still annoying. That is not possible. So now the button, if you want to have an outline button on hover, the button grows. That's not good. So let me show you what I mean for the people that don't get what I'm doing here. Here, if you put this one on 0. Huh? Background. I am on hover. Let's try another color. Oh, now it works. Okay. You see what I mean? If you're still here, Nicolas. So then, if you want to have this effect, then you're basically forced to also add a 2 pixel border here. Oh, not 12, but 2. In order to not let your button grow. Set border to transparent on normal state and change the color on... Oh, transparent. Ah, wait, can we also add a transparent color as a variable? That would make me happy. Yes, we can. Oh my god, that's so nice. That's really nice. Yes, that's nice. Okay, we are here in the main state. Oh, Nicolas is still in the frame. 1 second. Wait, let's drink. Let's do a 1 minute break. Actually, yeah, no. I'm gonna refill my coconut. Okay, let's check the comments. I think you want people to learn a way of working, you have to give some context what the settings does. Border will always add the final size to the element because the box sizing is set to border box by default. It's what everybody uses. Border will always add to the final size because the box sizing is set to border box. I have no idea what that means, Nicholas, but I guess you're just saying like that's just how it works in development world. Maybe. Probably. Okay, now let's also try to add some color variables and some fonts. So... Oh, by the way, do you see that they deleted the option? Oh, that's a good one. I should write that down. They deleted the option to edit. Oh, that's huge, actually. To edit the text inside of here, in the artboard. You have to edit it over here on the left, which is much safer. Because then you actually see what you're doing if you're pasting some code. But I need to make a note about this for my video. Changes. This is quite a big thing. You can't edit text anymore on the canvas. Or is this still the case for the text edit widget? No, also not. That's huge. The canvas on both text widgets. That's safer. Okay, great. I love that because I know when clients start messing around with this because they don't really look here, they're just messing around here, it often goes wrong because they're copying from Word and then it has all kinds of styling and then the whole styling of the website is messed up. So I'm actually happy that Elementor did this. Yeah. I asked Nicholas Sign if it's possible to make something like a learn box. Yeah, that's a very good thing, Dennis. That's a very good thing. Maybe some info boxes in V4 would not hurt at all. Okay, but what I wanted to do... My button is looking pretty cool, but I want to do more things. Yeah, I'm distracted. Let's first do the button. Come on, Reno. Transitions. Okay, all properties 200 milliseconds. So that is probably the default then. So what if we would turn this into 400? Okay, here's a little feedback that I have, Nicholas. I don't know if you already wrote it down or if you agree with me or not. But I think that it's... You're constantly editing here and you want to check it. But you have to click outside of this window to check it. So especially for beginners, they're like, hey, why did my setting not work? But you have to click outside. It's not super obvious, so that's what I would do. Inline editing is not yet possible with atomic elements. Most of the existing features will eventually be integrated to the new atomic elements. Most likely. Oh, really? Oh, okay. All right. Well, Nicholas, I thought that... I know that with clients, they love to paste things from Word and then you get all these styles and it messes up your design, so... I don't think it's good. I think you should just teach people to use the left thing over here. Okay, let's move my button over here. Why do we still have this? Come on, that's so annoying. Not all builders have this problem. Why does Elementor always tripping? It's like it's on. It looks like it's on drugs. Okay, so we can make it slower. That's cool. We can add more transitions. Let's see. Margin. Oh, hey, wait. That's cool. Wait, do we have padding? Yeah, padding as well. Flex, cross, link, size, width, height, position, top. Wait, does this mean you can like... No. Huh? Okay, that's just something I need to figure out. Transition font color. But wait, we're here in the transition. Why would you transition a font color if you can already do that in hover? Background color. What happens? Box shadow. Let's try. Uh-oh, did I delete my first one? No, I didn't. Box shadow is now 200 milliseconds. Oh, so that's the transition just of the box shadow. These guys are getting crazy. That is really cool. So that means that if we have a box shadow increase, okay, let's try it. That's funny though. This is gonna look really ugly, I can already tell you. Wait, no, I have an idea how to make it cooler. Hover, we're gonna go to hover, and then we're gonna do a box shadow. That's gonna be the same green. Oh shit, it's already my alarm. I promise not to stream too long. Inset, outset, yes. Horizontal, vertical. Let's put it down a little bit. Let's put the blur on 20. Here, let's see how this works. There, this is what I meant. It's a little bit cheap now, but it's pretty cool. Here, 30, and then put this one on like 4. And then probably the color needs to be more transparent. So I'm gonna unlink this and then put it on the half. This looks probably really cool on a black background. Okay, let's make things black. Text color. Here we're gonna also set something up. So text color, what should that be? Oh yeah, heading light, heading dark. I already had thought of a system here. Variables. Here, heading light. We can also make this one then. Oh, wait, did I add a class? No, I didn't. Convert to class. Heading. Oh. No, I did it wrong. The class should be named heading light. And the color should be named light 1. That's what I had in mind. And then you can just put this one, heading light, boom. And now we're gonna put this whole box, the whole background box. We're gonna give it a local background of dark. Oh my god, look at that. That's cool. Wait, the text. This is what I like. This is what I wanted to do. That's really cool. We can do some really crazy stuff now. Wait, hover. Let me show you what I mean, guys. This is cool stuff. Hover. And then text color has to become green. Let's just reverse it. I just want to, like the scale, let's just make it 1.05. 1.05. Let's do a little bit crazy. Something really a little bit crazy. Wait. 1 degree. Is it now going like this? Wait. Do these icons make sense now? Do these icons make sense? It's not rotating. It's not rotating. Maybe because it's not possible with a button. This one then? That's set. Whoa. Whoa. Okay, that's crazy. I just wanted like a normal rotation. No. Maybe because it's not possible? Let's also move it up a little bit with like -4. Okay, I want to just see this in real life. Let's see. Let's see what we have created so far. Let's zoom in a little bit. Here, look at this shit. Come on. Hey, we just did that. First attempt. You can say what you want, but this is a cool button. Okay, let's see the comments. What are you guys chatting about? Arena de Boer, I have a request. Can you leave this live public with a replay of the live chat so I can share it with the team? and they can watch it later. Of course, Nicolas, all my live streams are always available to watch back. All native CSS. Yeah, I mean, that's what's great about this, right? Elementor V4 is built on CSS. Then you're utilizing late CSS, web animation, AI. What is that? Hi guys, how are you? Yusuf, very nice. Welcome Yusuf in the stream. Yusuf, look what we just created. Come on, look at this button. Let me show it on the front end. Hey, look. How cool is that? I think it would look even better if... Wait, refresh. Oh, Lex. What browser are you using? I'm using Arc. I think it would look even better if the text in the hover would be white. White, text color, white, light. Yeah, that looks even fresher. Look. Look, oh my goodness. That looks really, really good. But can we also do like, that would be so awesome. If we could do like an icon inside and then move the icon. Oh, that would be so cool. Can we do that? Do you know that, Nicolas? Wait, where is the icon? Link, ID, attributes. No. Where's the icon? Can we not add an icon anymore to a button? What's going on there? Not yet. Oh, Nicola says it's not yet. Do you know when the new atomic... well, I think nobody knows. Well, maybe some people. But no, it's gonna take a while. I can guarantee you that. This is not ready. Absolutely not. You can use a div block with SVG. Yeah, okay. Of course. But then it's not really a button. Yeah, you can. Okay, you can hack around. Yeah, maybe you can. Maybe that's cool to check out. Okay, let's try some sizing. Because what would you do? Like, why would you use a variable for size and not just a class? You know what I mean? Okay, listen guys, this is an interesting one. Think about this. You are working in Elementor and you're building some stuff. You're dragging in widgets. What do? You go to style, you type in heading light, you type, for example, in H1. Here, now I'm adding an H1. So the size, oh, sorry, not size. The typography size here, if we make that 64, see? Isn't that easier? Instead of going inside of the local and then selecting a variable, you can still turn it into a variable. But you know what I mean? Which should actually be like 5 RAM or something. Oh, can we do clamps now? Perhaps you can put an icon item in there. In what? In the button? We don't have an eta, yeah. So now I have created this class. Here now it's a lot easier to just add it here. See what I mean? So this one, for example, is the H4, which then in typography is like 3 RAM, no, 2 RAM. And it's also not so fat. What is that font? I don't know. Oh, look at my button. What happened to my button? Oh, I should stop in 20 minutes. Yeah, I promise to only stream for 2 hours. My streams always get so long. In the button. Yeah, but how, Dennis? How do I add an item in there? But how? Wait, can we also make the size that it doesn't flex size? Basis. Is not the basis a minimum size? 100 pixels? 200? Yeah. Whoa, why is it growing? In the height. Why is it growing in height now? What, wait, why is that happening? That's the goal, you know. The first elements may feel like a lot of work to style, but once you have your classes, it's just a matter of applying them to the other elements. Yeah, okay. Yeah, but yeah, okay. I don't know. I mean, there should be a balance, huh? Because with variables, with classes and variables, you can go really far. And this is the challenge now for Elementor. Because Elementor still wants to please beginners. So it's gonna be a challenge for them to balance that out. Okay, Dennis, what are you saying? You're in the block. Yeah. Where would I add an icon then? Where would I add an icon? And why is this spacing so annoying? Space 64. Let's unlink that. Let's do a 48 plus space 48. You are correct. Wait until we release components. Yeah, that will be the next one. Probably gonna test that as well. But why is my button doing such a weird thing? Okay, let's make the size of this one a little bit less wide. So what do we do, like 3, 4, 5? Okay, so my button is becoming tall. Oh wait, I already know it's probably a flexbox setting. Yeah, like this. So I should put it at the bottom. Oh, a button is actually more fluid now. I think that didn't happen with the old version of Elementor. Yeah. Okay, can we do like a vertical line? Oh yeah, we can. Oh wait, I wanted to test another type of button. Let's duplicate this one. Here, look. Wait, this one, I want that size to also be like pixels. Huh? Why is this width not adjusting? Is that not the width here? Size, width. Size here. Doesn't work. Okay. What I wanted to test is not this whole class, but look, this is really cool. This is an idea that I had. Oh, wow. Can we duplicate a class already? Or did we not even add this? But yeah, we did. Can we duplicate it? Okay, Elementor, please add a duplicate option for classes, because now I have to start over. Never mind. Okay. Or can I somehow hack it? No, I can't, right? Can I convert it back to a local? Oh, that can also be an option. Instead of a duplicate, you can convert it back to local and then change it and then turn it into another class. That could be a workaround if the duplicate option is not technically possible. Okay, but what I wanted to do, yeah, now I need to start over. It's a little bit annoying, but that's all right. What I wanted to try is, well, let's first make the typography font family body. What is the font weight? And I have to go back here. Typography, semi-bold. Semi-bold. Font sizes, I think, is fine. Or is it? No, 16, whatever. Text color. We're gonna make that primary. And then we're gonna turn off all the padding. Here, look, I have an idea. I have a very cool idea. I'm gonna unlink this. Oh. Huh? What if nothing happens when I click this? Padding is gonna be all 0. Except on the bottom. And then we're gonna add a border. I think this will be an popular effect. Here too. Oh, no, border radius. An actual border. And then also we're gonna add that color. Here, look, I have an idea. Now we're gonna turn off the background with our transparent. Wow. Let's make it a bit thicker. Look. Now, oh, shit. The border is on all sides. I meant the border. Here, look. Only on the bottom. I think this will oh, there's still border radius. Oh, come on. Where's the border radius? Here, 0. Let's do a little bit less padding here at the bottom. Huh? Now there's no padding? Wait, am I cuckoo? Am I cuckoo? Wait, I just added a board. I just added a... Why is there no value here now? Okay. Oh, it's a default value. Okay, haha. So let's do... here, 6. The unlink icon is for not changing also. Yeah, okay, but it didn't do anything when I clicked it. Base style, yeah, okay, base styles. Okay, makes sense. Yeah, I just didn't see it. Wait, why did it not show that? It should show that, the base styles, right? So you can put in the... Yeah, I know that's the unlinked value, but it didn't... When I clicked it, it didn't do anything. Oh, now it does. Okay. 5 here. What I mean is this. Look. I have an idea. So we're gonna go to the... Well, let's first turn it into a class. And we're gonna call that button underline. Yeah, I think this will become a cool, popular thing. Because I think this is cool. Filters, transitions, transform. Yeah, so transform. No, not the whole thing. Oh, my neck. Wait. I'm gonna... Okay, 10 more minutes, guys. Then I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stand up because my back hurts. It's starting to hurt. Okay. Let's put on a little bit more music and then... Is still some RC? Hey Adrian, joining late. Is still some RC? What do you mean RC? They need to show default base. Like, yes, exactly. I mean, many fields have that, but I just discovered a field which didn't have that. Classes are different now for variables window, right? Yes, of course. Variables are inside of the input fields. A class are always here at the top. What am I trying to do? I'm trying to make this line go up on the hover. I think that would be cool. but then with a smooth transition. So here, what if I do it like this? This one should already do the job. Oh, now it's going down. Oh, that's funny. Ah, fuck. I thought that would work. Also, their base sheet uses way too specific selectors, so you can't use CSS frameworks. Yes, of course, Robert. The Elementor is probably not going to work with ACSS. But maybe they will open, you know, the system for other developers. Who knows? But this is what I wanted. Unfortunately, the text goes down. You see? Here, look. It makes sense. Oh, wait. That's because... Wait, that's because this container is on end. Yeah, see? Hey. So... Oh, and most containers are aligned at the top. And then you can, okay, and then now you can go in here and then go to transitions. All properties here, margin bottom, padding bottom. And then, for example, do like, I don't know, like super slow, 800 milliseconds. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just playing around. Here, look. Here. Ah, it's too slow. It's too slow. Oh. It's too slow for the demo. Now tomorrow I think I'm just gonna make a TikTok and just show this to show off my new skills. The base style. What is the border? Mixed? Why is it mixed? Why does it say mixed? Or is it applied somewhere else? Base, 0 pixels. Oh, wait. Oh, that was it. It was in here. Bottom. 2. That's why it said mixed. Yeah, that's better. So, yeah, that's a nice way to show a link. Don't you agree? So, hello. Elementor has issues with saving now. Okay, it's not saving for some reason. Okay, what else can we quickly check? I really wanted to have an icon. Yeah, I can still test it later, but I don't know if I can still do it in this live stream. Yeah, this is basic stuff, right? We can just add variables if we want. Templates, I don't really care that much. Box shadow. What does this guy do? A border color. 500 milliseconds. So the border grows. I don't believe that white thing. Do you guys believe this? A box shadow. But this is just the smoothness of the animation. It's not a sequential order of animation. Right? Transitions. What, or was I not in that window? Yeah, I was in that window. It's not sequential, right? It's happening at the same time. I feel like I would need to look. Yeah, okay. I see, Natalia. But, well, I want to say two things to you. One, don't worry. I am here. Okay, I am preparing a lots of stuff for Elementor. I am, like I said, I'm going to... I'm trying to get an interview with Elementor. Which looks like it's gonna happen. So that's cool. And of course, tutorials are on the way. What I'm doing right now in this live stream is not a structured teaching, okay? This is very like me just nerding out, seeing what I can do. So And we have a lot of time. We have probably a whole year to figure all of this out. So don't worry. I will be here for you guys. And yeah, it will take some time. Okay. It can be sequential. You need to set up the delay. The delay. Oh. 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 What are you saying now, Nicolas? Now you're making me excited. Are you saying, Nicolas? Wait, okay, let's try. So let's try. So if I hover, if first the thing goes up and then the text becomes white. Yeah, let's try that. So here, let's do a hover. And then on the hover, the text. Oh, you know what Elementor also really needs to add, Nicolas? A button here to close all the tabs. It turns me a bit crazy. Sometimes I just want to close it and then see the names. Because it's not super big, so it's a little bit hard to find sometimes. Okay, so now I want this text color. It's now like there's no animation. So I want the transitions. I want to do that from filters. Ooh, blur. Oh, cool. Oh. Backdrop. Whoa. Oh, blur. Is this for blur? Oh, that's cool. Okay, we have more to test. But what I wanted to try is here. So you're saying that, oh, all properties just combine the animation. That makes sense. So text here, color, font color here, font color. Duration. It doesn't show a delay, Nicolas. There's no option for a delay. Do you see what I mean? Or, and I can also not change the order here. Or should I search for a delay? There's no delay. Effects. But now at least our font color should also change slowly. It's still saving. What's going on here? Please don't crash. Transitions should be handled in the normal state. Okay. Yeah. Pieces are in place. Natalia, I hope so. It just looked like a different tool now. I used it for a long time. Now I feel like the moment of changing rows and columns, the container. Yes, it is a big one, Natalia. The container was also a big one. Oh my god, I worked a year on one tutorial. That's honestly the video I'm most proud of, my containers tutorial. It also did perform really well. So I'm very proud of that. But I will, of course, try to do the same with Elementor V4. But hey. Yeah, now it's like smooth. Let's do it a little bit more smooth. So, oh, come on. I don't want to lose my work. Damn it, Elementor. It keeps saving. I agree with Natalia, but at the same time, I think it's a good way. It seems like, yes, exactly. It's always the thing with more complex stuff, right? It's harder. But, okay, I'm gonna refresh. I don't know if it's gonna remove my work. I hope not. Why is the saving button rotate? Yes, exactly. Annoying, huh? Yeah, it removed all my work. This has not happened to me with V3. It's the first time. V4, it kept loading and now it has deleted my work with the class. And I am not happy. Of course I'm not happy. Of course. Why would anybody be happy? Here, let's do it again because I want to show it off tomorrow. Hover. Typography color. We're going to go to white or light. And then we're going to go to transitions of the main class. Filters. No, not filters. We're going to add a transition for text or font color. And we're gonna put that on 500. And actually we're gonna start out with a padding that's a little bit more, because I want to show it off. Yeah, is that not cool? I think we created 2 buttons that are pretty cool now. You see that? That's a cool button. Let me zoom in. This is what we achieved. It's a little bit too slow though for my taste. But hey, this is cool stuff, right? I haven't found out the sequential stuff. But hey, maybe I'm asking for too much too quickly. I really want to test out the icon as well. Oh, I want to do that in the next live stream, or yeah, but I also want to test out bold and lovable. Nice work. Yeah, this is cool, right? These buttons are really cool. I can play with it all day. Let's quickly make this transition a bit quicker. Font color. Oh, no, wait. The actual padding. Yeah, just half a second. Yeah, that's better. Maybe like 600. I love these little details, you know. Makes your website feel premium. Okay, let's try one more thing. What if we would do a heading and then also an SVG inside of there, and then the SVG. Hey, where's the icon library? Did they remove the icon library? Oh my god. They removed the icon library. What the hell? Why? That's weird. Oh, the heading light also transformed the SVG. Okay, so can we turn this into a button? Here, button main. Oh, no, that's the whole button class. Remove. Oh wait, what if we just turn this whole thing into a button? Oh, A. Oh no, that's not gonna work. Because the icon also needs to... This is fun though. I like to play with this. 30. 36, let's try. So in here, wait, why is this so big? Button H1. Oh, we don't have an font size yet. Font size in here. I don't like the font size in here. I like it in my classes. Um, 8. And then the padding. Padding. Wait, spacing? 10. Why is it 10? Oh, I'm editing the class. Yeah, but now I should make a different class. Otherwise it's not gonna work. Yeah. We need font. Wait. Let's some comments. It is maybe making us to do one step back, but only to be able to, yes, exactly, Adrian. Thank you for the positivity, Adrian. That's always very nice. We need font awesome, not removed yet, just not implemented. Okay, all right. I see, Nicolas. So you guys are still building it. I just want too much, maybe. Thanks for this reminder. Yeah, I could watch this all day long. Font stuff is inherent, makes sense to me. I was just trying to turn this into a cool button. Remove, here, look. You could... No, I don't know if this is possible. Because now, what I want is that the icon only appears if I hover over the whole thing. But that would mean that the transition... That means that the transition then would have to apply on one of the elements inside. Do you see the problem? And I don't think that that's gonna work. Because why would it? Here, the hover of this button. Can I then say that the element inside will hide? No, because this one has its own hover state. You see what I mean? Make a hover class on the icon. Font styles being on every element allows you to create light dark section classes. Font styles being on every element. Wait, that's interesting what you're saying, Robert. Do you mean we can do like a light background and then dark background and that the fonts automatically change? But that's only the case if your heading fonts have the same color as your body fonts, and that's not the best. I always hear good designs, always the body font is always lighter or darker in this case than the body font, than the heading font, sorry. So I don't think we can do that. I already tried actually. Yeah, okay, icon hover. I understand that. That we can make an hover here. Let's do here. This is what you mean, right? Icon hover. And then we can say that the normal state is going to be 0%. Or the size is going to be 1. Uh-oh. Why is it not working? Local. Oh, there's also local always overrides. So now we go in here and then we say the size is going to be 20. Why does it not work? Base 65. Huh? Why does it not work? I didn't apply anything here. That's weird. You see that? Icon hover. I'm here editing the SVG. What's the problem? Why is my icon not growing? But buttons don't have their own icons and change effects. No, they don't. I tried it. That's what made me a little bit annoyed. But you know, Nicolas keeps saying that, you know, they're still building, they're still adding things. So sometimes I get to conclusions too fast. For applying effects on child elements. Hey, I saw that feature. Oh, oh, this isn't something possible at the moment. For applying effects to child elements while hovering parent elements, this would be something called relative style. This isn't something possible. Okay, it's not possible. Yeah. Yeah, we can try transparency for sure, but the size doesn't work. But we can try, yeah, the transparency. Let's try. Here, typography. Is it typography actually? I think sometimes. No, it doesn't. What is the color though? What is the color of an SVG? Can we change the color of an SVG? Background. No. Border, no. Effects, no. What is that? Huh? Okay, is that a bug? Can you not change the color on an SVG? See? Class is icon and hover is icon hover. What are you saying? Reno, next time it gets stuck saving, you should copy the section so you can paste after the refresh and keep your work. Yeah, that's a good tip, Robert. Thank you. To change the color of the SVG, use a typography. Yeah, okay. Pretty sure I did that. Here, typography. Text color. See, it doesn't do anything. Let me clean this up. Oh my god. Wait. Alright. Hey. What the hell? See, do you see that? Another thing. I think the hitbox for this one should be bigger. Oh, now it works. It's like very hard. Oh. Oh, okay, whatever. But text color for SVG, it doesn't change the color, you see? Not in the default icon, at least. Oh, there's more settings here. Oh, there's more stuff here. There's even a basic underline and columns for text. Oh, I didn't know that they still had that. Oh, that's good. In CSS, you give it a class and a hover. The hover state like a button. Yeah, okay. Okay. Maybe icon is not pure white. Oh. Yeah, you're right. With SVGs that can happen. You should do light and dark sections if you use opacity for muted body text. Opacity! Yeah, okay, but wait. You could use light dark section if you use opacity for muted body text. Yeah, okay, but then you still need to add a class to that body text, right? It's not like one button to change from light mode to dark mode. That would be cool. But yeah, this stuff is not gonna work for now. We did make some cool things though, but this one I don't think it's gonna work. And also Nicholas says it's not gonna work. Why is my button so wide now? Is it growing? This one was growing, right? Yeah. Sometimes I don't understand these weight settings. Oh, this one is also growing. My bottom was growing. That's not good. Padding, bottom, left 24. Okay, let's do 30. 30. Okay. I think we did enough. I always want to do more. Maybe this is also cool to explore, like color backgrounds. Oh, there's so much to explore. There is so much to explore. We did not go very far, but we did discover a lot. And if I look at the this one, I think we tested most important stuff. Yeah, the skew and the rotate, we did that because our button actually grows. Wait, it doesn't grow anymore. What happened to my grow? What happened to my button grow? Who messed up my button grow? Hover. Effects. Move. Did we delete that? Skill. Here. 1.1. That's way too much. I don't know, maybe I deleted it. Still a bit too much. I like it when it's subtle. Okay, that's what I wanted. Yeah, that's cool. You could use a utility class that's muted for body text instead of custom color that keeps actual body color editable. Muted for body text. You could use a utility class muted for body text instead of custom color. Yeah, okay. But I think what you're trying to say though is that you can make like, okay, what I think you're trying to say is that if you have a section like this, you can just make a class and say like, hey, this is a light section or a dark section. And you can do that with the background colors, of course. And you could also automatically change to the main typography color. But not, you have to choose one, whether it's body or heading. I don't know, Robert, how that is, what exactly you mean, but I think I already tried that. Because there's only in one class, here there's only one color for the text, you see? So you have to choose whether you have body or heading. And so then you have to apply class to all of the body text or the heading again. Oh, right to left, left to right. Oh, that's cool. Okay. All right, guys. I think we achieved quite a lot today. I mean, doesn't look like much, but it's cool that we created these two things. I'm actually quite happy. I wanted to do more, but I tried to not to make my live streams too long. So, create a class called muted, go to effects and apply the opacity to 80%. Yeah, okay, of course, we can make a class for the body color. Like, okay, one more answer then. Here, look, my idea is with the classes is that you're gonna have a heading light. Oh, sorry. My idea with the class is that you're gonna have a heading light, a heading dark for on the light backgrounds, and then body light and body dark. So whenever you're adding a heading to your canvas, what you then have to do is decide the size here and decide whether it's a light or a dark one. I think that's the easiest way to work, right? Because opacity is not always the best solution. I think this is an easy solution. I don't know if really a light or the trying to do too much in a class is good for workflow. I think just having a class here for the backgrounds, just calling it I don't know, BG dark, and in BG dark you just connect your dark, right? So then you don't have to add it to local. You can basically reuse, and you can clean this up. See, so then when you have like a new section like this, you just do like BG dark, you add in your heading here, H1 light. That's quite quick, right? You don't need a class for every heading, only muted body. That way the main section can control the color of all of it. Yes, okay. But where do you then set up the size? Because I like to use classes to set up the size for my typography, because it's quicker to work with instead of just hiding it in a variable. Because otherwise you always have to go here and then typography and then select the font size from here. See what I mean? Yes, with Reno. Yes, with Reno. I was just explaining how to do with Robert. Oh, I see. Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah, I mean, I'm also trying to figure out a good workflow. So if you really think that I am doing something very efficient, Robert, please let me know. Maybe send me an email. You can always email me at reno@livingwithpixels.com. And then if you think that it's really important. But I like to just, keep typing things here in the classes box. so that I can just, if I have that system in my mind, I don't even have to go in all of these settings. You just set it up once and then you just go like boom, 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 boom. It goes really, really fast and it's super scalable. So yeah, that is why I was doing it this way. But again, please let me know if you think that it is not the best way possible. I think in this stream we realized that Elementor is becoming really cool. It's absolutely not ready for production, even though I cannot wait to redesign my own website with Elementor V4. I really want to add some of these cool stuff and I want to explore more, but hey, I don't want to make the streams too long, because after a few hours I get so tired, and that's not good. So yeah, I hope you guys liked it. Andrea or Natalia says thank you. It was a good mind exercise. Yeah, I think for everyone, right? I was just talking about the additional classes with just a Bastion. Oh, okay, all right. Yeah, okay. Lex says, I'm sure loving the idea of V4. Hope it will find the live first half of 26. Hopefully we can start using it soon. I mean, soon, still half a year, probably. If you are right, Lex. Thank you for this demo. Yes, thank you too, Adrian. Thank you, Nicolas, for being here. My pleasure to give feedback. We have a lot of work on, but we can't wait for you to use it. Yeah, I mean, these live streams are explorative. It's always cool to check, to help each other. I learn from you guys, and we just help each other figure stuff out, see what we can do. And so I'm happy with this. Thank you guys for being here, for being great guests on the show. Robert, I am happy that you enjoyed it. Tranquille Lechet also enjoyed the stream. So thank you very much, everyone, and then see you in the next one.